Welcome back to the Nerd Bunker, everybody. Looks like I called a few things last video. Sure, I wasn't 100% accurate, but hey, it's speculation videos. You know, you gotta take these with a grain of salt, but I'm right. About the three popular formats that Wizards is going to have their hand on. They're going to have their control. They're going to manipulate in the secondary market and well, not really forcing us to buy packs. We're addicted to this cardboard crack, you know? We're going to spend the money no matter what. But they've finally figured out where we want to spend money. We want to spend money in a non-rotating constructed format that is easily accessible by the players. We don't have to break the bank in order to get cards that they can reprint into the ground and we'll still keep buying it. They want a casual format that everybody plays, that, you know, you can pick up and go from one shop to another and have a deck and be ready to play in that play group no matter where you're going. And they want it to be something big and something flashy and something they can goose with reprints and new product that they don't have to introduce into any of the constructed, you know, tournament formats, i.e. Modern, Pioneer, Legacy, Standard. And they want us cracking Standard packs. So that means that Commander, Pioneer, and Standard are going to be the three formats going forward that Wizards is going to be fiddling with. They're going to be adjusting the knobs and dials and producing product, creating hype, and all that cool stuff. And this week proves that those three formats are going to be the formats. Let's just start with the Commander right off the bat. It's the casual format. It's the format that most people play. My local gaming store, Extreme Gaming LLC here in Holton, and our sister store down in Lewiston or Auburn. That's the LA area. I think I'm right on that. But anyways, up here at Extreme, we're a Commander store. It's Friday nights. We had 11 players show up to do Commander. So we did 2 pods of 5. I sat out and hopped into the third pod that was constructed out of the people that dropped from the other pods. We do bounty hunt format, which is where basically everybody at the table has a pack, and we throw one more pack into the center, so everybody pays $5. And if you knock somebody out, you get to take their pack. And once you're the last player standing at the table, you take the pack from the center. So it does kind of favor some degenerate combos, but at the same time, I'm working with people trying to get them to be able to be like, okay, here's the cards you need in order to put in your deck to stop the degenerate combos and make the format a lot fairer. Plus, we're all, aside from like a few of us that actually have massive collections, but you know, it's not really like, oh, show up, run the table every night. It got kind of boring for me. Like, I was playing a Mardu Curses deck that was just, I just sit there and I just kill one person with curses, and then I turn around and kill everyone else. And I bring the curses back from my graveyard, put them on somebody else, and it was just a degenerate, unfun deck. So I switched over. I'm playing Bear Force 1, which is kind of a degenerate aggro deck, but it's a fun deck. But anyways, getting back to Wizards and their influencing on the Commander format. Next year, we are going to have not 4, not 5, but 9 Commander decks being printed. We're going to have one for basically, we're getting 5 with the first wave of the first set in after Theros Beyond Death. So we're going to get 5 with that set. It's like the Land of Giants. I can't remember. There's too many weird names out there. But we're getting 5 with the second set of next year, with a second standard legal set of next year. We're not going to get any with the core set. We're going to get Planeswalker decks. And then they've guaranteed that the next 2 after that are also going to get 2 Commander decks instead of the Planeswalker decks. And it seems like that's going to be the kind of thing going forward, where we'll get the core sets, we'll get Planeswalker decks, and then all the other sets, except for one of them, we'll get 5, and we'll just have all these new commanders coming out, new commander decks, and plenty of Soul Ring reprints, plenty of Command Tower reprints, plenty of probably that Signet, that new card. I know probably people are going to be blowing up the comment section, telling me what cards I'm missing out and what names I'm getting wrong. You're going to see these decks constantly printing out these staples. It's going to be... Everybody's going to have it. But they're also going to do something else to get a lot more commander staples into our hands. Stuff that they're not going to be printing into the decks. They're going to save for chase rares. I'm looking at you, Rhystic Study. Rhystic Study is a mythic rare in Commander Legends. Calling it now. That is going to be the chase non-blue mythic rare in that set. Green Sylvan Library. Yeah, I'm gonna mix that. I'm gonna go on those ones. I will tell you. I will let one of my buddies. We'll go down to the shop. We'll get some pie, and we'll pie me in the face if Rhystic Study and Sylvan Library are not printed at Mythic in Commander Legends. But yeah, Commander Legends, 70 new legendary creatures, 20 card booster packs designed for drafting. What more do you want? For a commander set, and it's supposed to be like a bunch of new cards, but then like chock full of reprints. I mean, that's gonna be nuts. That set is gonna be great, and everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, we love this!" And they're gonna be buying packs and be drafting. Commander is gonna be one of their bread and butters, but it's the casual format. It's not really the competitive format, and they really want to keep their competitive formats. Which is why I think we're going to see, Standard is never going away. But Pioneer is creeping up. I mean, okay, let's talk about the elephant in the closet, or should we say the 3/3 elk in the room? Oko. Oko is a standard legal set that's still in print. They're still shipping stuff out of the factories. There's still a bunch of cases laying around. It's still being produced. There is no way there is a way that they'll axe Oko. They'll axe Oko from Standard as soon as the griping and complaining reaches enough of a fever pitch, and we're almost there. It's something I won't take a pie bet on, but I mean, right now it's a 50-50 whether or not Oko gets banned, or they try to nerf the deck and leave Oko in when we get the ban restricted announcement in a couple weeks for Standard. That's the truth of it. I mean, they don't want to ban it because everybody's going out and buying packs and buying boxes, and shops are turning around ordering boxes and cases from the distributors, and distributors are ordering cases and pallets from Wizards. The money is still flowing for that set because of Oko. So I'm really thinking, if I was to take a pie bet, there would be some nerf to the deck. Probably, I hate to say it, Once Upon a Time, because I've got 6 copies of that card, and I really don't want that thing to crash in value. But that might be because they're like, oh, it's too consistent, to make sure you get your Mana Dork on. And it's like, no, because what you'll do is, instead of playing that, they'll just play another Mana Dork, because Once Upon a Time does not dig in order to get you Oko. Oko itself needs to be banned, because if they just try to nerf the deck, leave Oko, there's still going to be the big problem in the room. But they're not going to do it until they stop printing Throne of Eldraine, because they don't want to lose that cash cow. So that's why they're probably seeing what everybody else is doing. I was watching Nerd Rage Gaming. I was watching their stream earlier of their tournament series, and they've actually announced that they're switching their Players' Championship the same way that Star City Games is switching their Players' Championship and making both of those be Pioneer, and where the portions of that were going to be Standard. Which, that is so good for the format. So good for the format that we are getting 2 big name companies, 2 big Twitch channels that are promoting a series of players to say, hey, look, we understand Standard's busted, Standard's broken. We don't want to people don't want to play Standard right now. Let's jump ship. Let's promote Pioneer. get that format some legs under it, make it so everybody's like, oh yeah, no, I want to play this Pioneer deck. I want to play this Pioneer deck. That's wonderful for the format. That's perfect for the format. That is something that Frontier never had. That is something that Tiny Leaders never had. Any of these fringe formats that came out over the past couple of years, where people were like, oh, yeah, we're going to do this, we're thinking about doing this and changing it up because Standard sucks. Every time Standard sucks, there's always somebody that's like, hey, can we make a new format? And Pioneer's going to be the one that actually takes off. Because, you know, when Modern was created, Modern sucked. Modern, we had just come off of having, well, in Standard, we had just come off of Blue Black Fairies. We were going into Jund. And I'll admit, I played Blue Black Fairies. And I played Jund. And at the same time, before Extended got nerfed, I was a Dredge player. So I played all the degenerate. I was a filthy neck decker. Yeah. I was playing all the degenerate powerful decks. And if I was playing Standard right now, I would probably be playing an Oko deck. I'd probably be playing Soul Typhoon because I like having black. But you know, it's the thing. Standard, there always ends up being that one degenerate deck that takes over the format for 3 months after we solve the format, takes it over, new set comes out, either we get the tools to answer that deck and it goes away, or a new deck gets the tools under it to make it even more powerful, and it happens. And that's why we keep getting a new set comes out, people buy all the cards from the new set, be able to either power up their old deck or build this new deck that takes on the top deck. And it's always that rotation, that constant move. That's what Wizards likes. That's why they're doing this whole thing of like, well, let's jazz some products and put some stuff into Commander with a new Commander focus set, and let's focus on bringing a lot more stuff into Commander next year. It's their goal. It's the whole thing of they want to have that format be something that they can make people go, oh, there's a new set coming out for it. Oh, I need all these new cards. Oh, I need to go out and rush out to Walmart and buy out all the pre-con decks. It's what happens. It's why we always get some jazz juice card that's only in one of the pre-cons, and that pre-con becomes nuts. And they used to do it where they'd be like, okay, let's make something that like shakes up Legacy or shakes up Modern. Well, actually, wait, they weren't Modern legal. Let's mix up the shake up Legacy, and we got True Name Nemesis. I actually have a Mindseas Commander deck actually sitting on my shelf in the other room that's unopened. And I always thought that's gonna be worth a freaking ton of cash. And then they reprinted True Name Nemesis a few times, and I'm like, ah. And then they emergency reprinted that deck, and I don't know. I'm still holding that hope, but no, I don't think there's gonna be any Standard bannings for a while. They're gonna try to focus us on playing Commander. Let Standard keep doing this up and down, back and forth. New deck here every 3 months. We'll get a new deck. Meta will change up. I think what they really need to do, though, is I think they need to learn their lesson that they failed to learn. I think that Pithing Needle, however you want to pronounce it, I think Needle needs to be like an evergreen card. Like that card needs to show up a lot. Or there needs to be a Needle-esque effect, much like we've been seeing in core sets, there being some sort of graveyard hate card in every core set since they started reprinting core sets. You need to have the Needle. You need to have your Planeswalker deactivation artifact. You need to have your graveyard hate. There's certain stuff in sets they need to print, and if we had Needle would be a 4 of in every set in everybody's sideboard right now, and then it would scare the Oko players away, and it would make it more format. That's why Pioneer is so healthy. Look at all the sideboard hate cards you can bring in and shore up your matches against all these other. It's a wide open format, but there's a lot of artifact hate that you could just sit there and be like, well, I need this artifact against this matchup, I need this artifact against this matchup. Oh wait, if I play Karn the Great Creator, right, that's the one that's got the minus ability where you search your sideboard and you can pull out an artifact. I mean, seriously. That card I even think is going to be good. But everybody's looking at the new flashy stuff. But seriously, bread and butter sideboard hate. We need it. That's why everybody loves Pioneer right now, because they have bread and butter sideboard hate. Standard doesn't have enough hate. Although, talking about Pioneer, weekly bannings, I'm for and I'm against. I think on one aspect, it's going to be good that they, for a while, that they can just be like, okay, this deck is way too powerful. Even with having tons of hate cards, this deck is still like, ooh, it's good and it's oppressive, and we need to be able, like when everybody's hate in sideboards, kind of like when Dredge gets powerful. Every time Dredge gets powerful, everybody's running, what, 4 Leyline of the Voids, 4 Relic of Janitus, 4 Tormund's Crypts. What else you want to run against that? 3 Grafdigger's Cage. Like, seriously, if you're in a room and there is and it's an 8-player tournament, and 4 or 6 players are playing Dredge or a graveyard-based deck, that's your sideboard for that tournament. That's your sideboard for that meta. You make them hate the fact that you come loaded with 15 sideboard cards, all hating on the deck that's completely, 50 to 60% of the tournament. And then those guys go, oh, I can't play this deck anymore. Oh, it's not fun. Oh, everybody else is not playing this deck. It's playing all the hate. Oh, we got to switch. That happens. But that's when you have a small meta. You can start doing that type of stuff with your sideboarding. When you have a wide open meta like this, it will end up being the filthy neck deckers. They'll jump on the bandwagon, and next thing you know, it's like, well, everybody's playing this big, powerful deck. It's warping the meta all around it. We need to ban a card. And I think letting us out of the gate do whatever we want in Pioneer, play all the filthy combo decks, was a great move. Because letting us all have our access to our filthy combo decks and all these previously banned in Standard cards, we get to play big, powerful spells, was good. It allows everybody to have the freedom to go back and play some of their personal favorites. It also, that big money move, everybody taking their cash and just throwing it their LGS at Star City, at Channel Fireball, at Troll and Toad, at Card Kingdom, throwing the money into these, TCG player. It stimulated the economy. So everybody's got cards, there's money moving around. I've got my speculations and stuff for Mono Red showed up in the mail already. I'm still waiting on a few packages. But the money's moving. And the quick money, the easy money, the fast money has already been made on all those cards. On all those broken, busted-ass, old Standard staples. They're done. Oh, shoot. I'm swearing a little bit too much. I'm probably not... That's good. I'm not monetized. I can say whatever I want. But anyways, all of these broken cards have been bought up, mostly out in the player base. A few people that wanted to sell them off have sold them off, and those cards have probably already gone out. It's not going to hurt the stores if those cards get banned. And all it's going to do is, okay, these cards are not going to are banned. They're not going to move. Everybody who wanted them has bought them. So these cards all get banned. Oh shoot! That means that if those are all banned, now these decks are good, and these cards can go up in value, and the stores can turn around, players can turn around, sell the copies of those cards for half to 60%. Be able to keep the market moving. The big shops and the LGSs with huge collections start being able to move cards. Everybody's constantly every week. The format's shifting, which means the secondary market is shifting. And when the secondary market is so in flux and the money's moving around, it's like I would have to describe it like day trading. Like Pioneer is going to be like the day trader format for MTG Finance. It's going to be the one where you're like, okay, so if deck A gets banned and deck B gets banned, that makes deck C even more powerful, and C cards that are like under $1, we'll start investing in those. And it creates this whole engine with constant bans. Even if it's not like the speculation of specking on cards on fringe decks, is great because people can make money that way. The market is going to be so shaken up, and so many people are going to be buying and selling that the economy, I think, because it always ends up with who makes the money. Who really makes the money is going to be the shops and the online super shops. They're going to make the money, which means when it comes around to the whole fact of next year telling us that Commander products are going to be all over the place, it's going to be a big Commander year, we're going to be able to buy all this stuff, have the money, be able to set it out, sell it to our customers, and turn around and buy more. Because right now the shops are making cash. So they're going to be able to have the inventory to be able to sell to us. And because it's a format so many players play and such a big hype format, everybody's going to be like, oh yeah, give me. The economy for Magic, I feel, going forward, because of weekly bans, because of Magic focusing on the formats that matter, is going to cause there to be a huge market, a big flow of the market. You're probably going to be able to see a ton of cards that are going to be up in the $10, $20 bracket. And personally, I think that's good. I think it's going to be great. It's going to be nice that you can go and you can open packs and you're breaking even on packs. Breaking even when you buy a bunch of packs. So if you buy a booster box and it's not going to be like, oh, I bought a booster box and I only got $60 worth of cards out of my box. It's going to be... There's going to be a lot of mass market moving. It's not going to be this whole thing of everybody being like, oh, I don't really know. Standard stuff really doesn't go up in value. These flashy sets. Nah. It's. I almost want to say it's going to be a good time to be an LGS store, especially if you don't. If you decide to liquidate stuff when it peaks and turn it into actual operating capital that you can put away and stay liquid in this environment, is going to be the best thing. This is not going to be a secondary market where you buy stuff and set it aside and that's all you do. If you really want to be in there, you're going to be checking daily price movements. You're going to be like, okay, has this card reached its peak? Is it time to sell? Looking at cards that are like, okay, what's going to be the next best thing that's going to be coming up here? What if the bans happen? It's going to be nuts. And it's going to be a lot of legwork. But I think some people are going to be able to survive and luck out at times. At times it's going to be luck. At other times it's going to be good educated guesses. But I think this is going to be the time for people who like to do day trading, who likes to just wheel deals, take a binder into the shop, deal a bunch of trades, upgrade your collections, move stuff. This is going to be a year for it, especially with Commander becoming a big thing, because a lot of the Commander cool stuff doesn't really move without a new Commander being printed for it. And with 70 new Commanders coming out in Commander Legends, there's going to be a lot. Wizards is basically got the market. It's just took a stick into the stagnant water that was the MTG finance market. That was just like, oh, we really don't care about new stuff all that too much. And they just shook that stick around. And they got all the sharks and all the piranhas just ready to eat. But one thing I do have to say is, with all this new information coming down the pipeline, I do have to talk about the leaks. I'm not going to go into detail. I'm just going to say, listen, this happens when formats get stagnant. When formats get stagnant, we end up with some sort of crazy leak. And it's this whole thing of don't look at standard, don't look at standard, don't look at standard. And that's what everything in here is saying, is don't look at standard. Here's some leaks. Talk about the new set that's coming out in January. Get people hyped up for that. Get people looking at the new cool little, woo, we're doing something fun with the basic land stuff. Here's the mechanics. Here's some returning cards. We'll get you all hyped up about this stuff that's not, get you talking about this. Oh, let's get everybody talking about a new format at Pioneer. Ooh, let's get everybody talking about the new Commander sets. Now Commander's going to be a big format. It's what's happening. they've got all this stuff to distract us from standard being basically a blue-green garbage fire. And we're not going to see, and that way they can push the Oko ban off, and they can keep trying to be like, okay, everybody that's mad about standard, they're not leaving us, they're just switching over to Pioneer. And we got a bunch of people all excited, and all the casuals can't wait for new Commander products. We got them interested. They're not going to leave. They're going to suffer through, and we just gotta wait until spoiler season for Christmas. After Christmas, we gotta wait for spoiler season, and we'll have them all distracted. We just need something to tide them over between November through December until we can start spoiling stuff in January. And that's what I think this whole thing is. It's just it's crazy cool news to distract us from standard, but it's also proving my point that standard is going to always be a format, and it's always going to be on the table. Pioneer is going to get its legs under it. It's going to be off and running. Wizards is going to be able to keep the format healthy, keep the secondary market healthy, keep the cards moving. Don't let the prices stagnate. Don't let cards become just go from being like 50-cent to $2 card, jumping up to $20 card, and then crashing back down. It's going to be kind of an up and down kind of thing, but it's going to be, this $2 card jumps, and then it's too good, and we'll throw it back down, and we'll pick up this other $2 card up. Oh, it's worth money. It's jumping. Okay, it can stabilize, but it's took this other card that's way too powerful, but it's made this other card way too powerful, so we'll just get rid of this other card, and then it will keep changing. And I don't think they're going to keep doing like weekly bans in Pioneer forever. They're going to do it for a little while. They're going to cause some market disruptions until we get into next year. Until we start getting into the new sets and the Commander stuff coming out. And hopefully at that point, Standard's found some sort of balance with it where it's healthy and people are playing it, and the format kind of levels out, and they don't have to keep banning things. But I don't think that's going to be the way Standard is. I think we're going to see something in every set from here on out for the next... Well, I was looking at the old banning list, and we haven't had a ban in every Standard format for like a while. That was more of the Kaladesh Innistrad block. But I think we're possibly looking forward to seeing something out of from Modern Horizons, 2 years out from Modern Horizons, because Wizards plans everything 2 years out. So we're going to see possibly for the next, that was 2 base sets. So yeah, we've got at least 6 more sets that we're going to see. Every set we're going to see something that's completely broken, completely busted, completely ban worthy, because that's what causes people to go out and buy the product. And they're like, I gotta get this new powerful thing, and then we get to play with it for 3 months, and if it stays oppressive after the next set comes out, then it gets a ban, so that way the new oppressive thing can become oppressive. And I think we're going to see that cycle of I think it's really started in Standard. I think it's going to start with Field of the Dead in Core 2020, getting too powerful, banned. Okay, Oko gets too powerful, banned. Something from Theros gets too powerful, banned. Something from that Land of Giants set gets too powerful, banned. Something from Core set gets too powerful, banned. Something from Return to Ravnica gets you're going to see this whole thing going where one new card out of the set gets banned after they've sold all the product. After they've sold all the product and the new set comes out, they axe it, so something else has to get ban worthy. And that's what I think. I think I was totally spot on. Wizards is going to keep manipulating the secondary market in order to drive sales. So that way shops have more money to buy more sealed product, and players keep buying into it. And I think they found their way to control the secondary market to make them money. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to be coming out with a few more videos telling me I'm right on this topic. But those are not the only videos I plan on doing. I plan on doing some deck building videos, some tips, tricks videos, so stay tuned for those. So I'm done. This video is 30 minutes already of me rambling, so I'm going to shut up. So I'd like to say thank you, bless you, may the force be with you, and I'll see you next time. Peace.